I am Yuko, 30 years old. I live with my husband, 4 years older than me, Makoto, and our 4-year-old son, Yuto. I am under serious stress. It's from my husband. One day in the morning.
Oh, it's so late already. Why didn't you wake me up?
The alarm rang several times. Come on, wake yourself up.
It's your fault. I'm going to be late.
Why do I have to wake you up? I have a lot of things to do.
I fell asleep again, so I can't help it. If I don't wake up, it's your job to wake me up. Shut up! Just serve breakfast right away. I don't have time.
He's so annoying. Why do I have to wake him up? I had to get ready for Yuto's school, so I didn't have time to argue with him. But my frustration was being accumulated. But I am originally a person who hates argument. Even when he said unreasonable things to me, I tried to be patient and avoid fighting as much as possible. That night, it's about time he's home. I'm pissed about the morning, but I should get over it. So, I decided to be nice to him when he came back. But, welcome back, and thank you for your hard work. You must be hungry. Dinner is ready. Hey! What's that attitude?
Don't raise your voice. Just get me some dinner. I'm hungry.
He was in a very bad mood, clearly holding a grudge over what had happened this morning. How long are you going to keep acting like that? If you are behaving like that, it would ruin the mood.
How can you say that? I was late for work because of you, and I got scolded for it.
I've said it many times. It's not my job to wake you up. If you were late on your own and got scolded, it's not my fault.
No, it's not.
What? What do you mean?
I made a mistake at work today, and my manager got mad at me.
Why is that my fault?
Of course, it's because I was frustrated in the morning. If you had woken me up, I wouldn't have been late, and I wouldn't have been frustrated. It's all your fault.
Why? Even if it was my fault that you were late, I mean, it wasn't my fault in the first place. The mistake you made at work was your own fault, no matter how you look at it.
No. My mental condition affects my performance at work. If I'm under that much stress all morning, it's no wonder I make mistakes.
I couldn't stand what he said. You know what? Let me tell you, I was stressed out too, but I didn't make any mistakes at work. I'm not childish that I can't control my emotions. He lost his temper when I said that.
What the heck? Are you saying I'm childish? Ouch! Come on! It's fine. I'm going to take a shower.
Oh, are you okay? I'll get you something to wipe now.
It's your fault because you pissed me off. So you should clean that up.
Hey, if you spilled something, clean it up before you go.
All right.
Like this, he tells me that everything he doesn't like is my fault. For my son's sake, I try to be patient because I don't want to fight with him as much as possible. So it never turns into a big fight. But whenever he treats me like that, I sometimes feel desperate, wondering if this life will continue for the rest of my life. Come to think of it, he had always been hiding behind another responsibility. But when we were dating, it was not this bad. And he was convinced when I told him off, so I never took it too seriously. We were both still in our early 20s at the time, and it was no wonder that we were both mentally immature. I had hoped that once we were married, he would change. But in reality, it just gets worse and worse. I'm really sick of it. And one day, I finished my work early and decided to have lunch at my favorite cafe to clear my mind. Then I'll have this daily plates and a cup of coffee after meal, please. All right.
Oh, are you Yuko by any chance?
Oh, Yoshida! Long time no see. He is Yoshida, a classmate of mine from college. Actually, Yoshida and I have some strange connection. Last time we met...
So, this upcoming holiday weekend, let's invite my mom and dad over for a dinner party.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll ask my dad.
Hi. Oh, Yoshida. What are you doing here? I was just going for my daily jog. Oh, is she your wife? Hi, nice to meet you. He's my junior, Yoshida.
Nice to meet you. Wait, are you? I didn't know that he was my husband's junior. Actually, he also happened to be sitting next to me on the train on the day of my college entrance ceremony, and soon after we met at that time, I found out that I was pregnant. My impression was that he was someone I would meet when something important in my life was about to happen. Although I had dinner with him several times with my husband, we eventually became distant, and recently I had not been in touch with him at all.
It's been a while. Are you not working today?
I finished work in the morning. I didn't have any plans, so I thought I'd have lunch alone.
I'm off today too, and I was thinking of reading a book or something.
I was happy to see him again after a long time, and I decided to have lunch with him alone. We talked about my husband, and I just spilled my frustration and complaints. It's not fair at all. It's clearly his fault, but he blames me for everything.
Yeah, he is terrible.
I know, right? He says something like that, but actually he's just childish, like a 5-year-old boy. Oh, sorry. He's a senior to you, so it's hard for you to react when you hear stories like this.
I have something that I want to talk about that.
What's up? Why don't you just tell me what's going on?
He's like that at work too. Whenever there's a mistake, he's quick to blame others and never apologizes, even when it's clearly his fault.
What? Really? Is he like that even when he's in the office?
So everyone in the department hates him a lot. He talks back to his bosses, and to be honest, everyone around him treats him with great caution.
I had somehow imagined that my husband would behave the same way at work as he does at home, but I was surprised to hear that. And he told me a further shocking fact.
Actually, we'll have a personal change in the company the month after next. And I'm going to be a section chief in the department I'm in now.
What? Does that mean?
Yeah, I'll be his boss. But it's hard for me to tell him because he seems to think he's getting a promotion.
He is selfish at home and useless at work. I wonder if I should stay with him forever. Then one day, he suddenly said something ridiculous. What? Why do I have to go take care of your mother?
She fell down the yard and hurt herself. I can't go because I have to work, so you gotta go.
I can't do that. I mean, it's not right to make a decision without telling me.
I already told her you're going, so I don't have a choice. I can't say no to her now.
I can't go because I have to work too.
You can just lie about it and take a break.
Why do I have to do that? Then why don't you do that?
If I do that, I have to work in fear of being caught in a lie. If I make another mistake because of that, it will be your fault. Can you take responsibility for that? You're my wife. You're supposed to take care of my mother.
I finally lost my temper when he said that. I'm done. Let's just divorce. Then he got upset.
What? Divorce? What are you talking about?
I've been thinking about it all this time. I know you never admit your wrongdoings, and you always say it's my fault. I don't want to spend the rest of my life with someone like that.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Besides, we have a child to take care of, so there's no way I'm getting a divorce easily.
Oh, why? Single mothers are nothing unusual. I'm also working, and my parents said they would take care of Yuto, so I don't think it's a problem.
That's not the point. He needs a father.
How dare you say that? Have you ever done anything like a father before? You don't care about Yuto at all. You haven't even played with him on your days off.
That's because I've been busy with work lately. But you know, when he was a newborn, I was taking care of him too.
Don't tell me you were taking care of him just because you changed his diaper once or twice. You couldn't even do that right and you gave up.
That was because you were complaining around next to me. It's your fault for discouraging me from taking care of him.
You can't be a father if you think like that. Parenting is not about motivation. You have to put your child first even if you don't feel like it. You can't decide whether or not to take care of your child for your own reasons like you do. You don't know that because you leave everything to me, right? That's why you keep making mistakes in your work.
Ugh, shut up. I make mistakes, but I'm about to get a promotion. That means the company knows I'm good at what I do.
That's your misunderstanding. You think you're going to be a section chief, right? But you know what? Yoshida will be the section chief.
What? How the hell did you know about that?
I heard about it the other day when I saw him. He told me that everyone at work knows about it, but they don't want to tell you because it would be a trouble if you get in a bad mood. I heard that you are just as selfish at work as you are at home. As I expected, he was shocked by this fact. He was shocked for a while and didn't speak, then suddenly burst into tears and started sobbing.
What the hell? Why does everyone hate me?
Even in this situation, you still blame people around you? You're helplessly pathetic. I guess there's nothing more to talk about with you. I'll send the divorce papers later. And so I packed my stuff and headed back to my parents' house. But then sometime later, we had another trouble. Suddenly, his mother called me and complained. What were you thinking, leaving your husband? He says he can't even eat because of you. If he gets sick, how are you going to take responsibility? I sighed loudly over the phone because I was so disgusted with her. So, the old saying, like mother, like son, holds true. You know what? Let me tell you. You blame others for everything, like your son. Maybe it's your fault that he is like that. What are you talking about? It's all your fault. Well, I don't care what you say. But from now on, if you want to talk, please talk to my lawyer first. Then bye. And I hung up on the phone. She was saying something, but that was no longer my concern. Fortunately, my parents' house is close to my house, so Yuto didn't have to change his school. By the way, I heard from Yoshida sometime later that my husband was transferred after that. He was not happy with Yoshida's promotion and began going against other supervisors and skipping work. I thought he would never improve. After that, I became friends with Yoshida and we started dating. Yuto is also very attached to Yoshida. And if the relationship continues as it is, we plan to get married eventually.